Hey, if we want to build the future, we're gonna need some things.
Like a high-speed internet connection that can turn my ideas into reality.
Like the skills to become the world's most powerful coder.
The resources to make more films with people who look like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Like me. Like me. Like me. Like me.
Like the tools to start my sustainable shoe business.
Way more space to collaborate.
Yeah, that's better.
Through Project Up, Comcast is committing $1 billion to open doors for the next generation so they can build a future of unlimited possibilities.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Evette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying, loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, my gosh. The world of travel. You better be ready around here, you know? Oh, my gosh. The weather. The weather is the news.
It is the news.
The weather is the news here in Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, you have to keep wondering about, this climate change. It's real, man. It is a real deal thing. Because, we're getting weather like Colorado and, all of the northern states because it's freezing, ice, snow. Oh, my gosh.
Yep. If you have a layover in Dallas, well, I don't know when you're going to see this, but if you have a layover in Dallas, don't go.
Yes. And then, in fact, if you're in Dallas and trying to head out somewhere within the next anytime this week and then today or tomorrow, you're probably not going to be able to head out. We actually have a flight out on Saturday, so we're hopeful everything will be fine by then. But
yeah, I mean, I had some deliveries this week. I had some things to take care of, and and here in Texas, it's different because the roads, are icy and that black ice, and they don't know how to drive, so they got to shut things down. And the planes, I mean, when we found out that there's going to be an ice storm, they pretty much closed the airport, and they were like, flights are being delayed, diverted, and canceled. And I'm just.
They stopped the world. There's no deliveries.
No deliveries.
The trash is still sitting outside.
Yep. I ain't even taking my trash. I got my trash in the backyard.
No, I put my trash out, but they like, trash delayed, and they said they'll pick it up tomorrow. It's delayed until they get ready to get in the truck and come out here.
So that's one thing. That's a travel hack that we have. If you are traveling anywhere, probably in the southern parts of the United States, and there's bad weather, you know that you're either going to be shut. Things are going to be shut down or delayed, or you just be stuck. So you have to really think about that. I know I lived in Missouri, and they knew, and Tina, I know you lived in Colorado. They know how to handle it there. It's not even a big deal.
Yeah, they go and they treat the roads before the storm.
Yeah, they know.
It's a whole process, and you think about it being in the South, you would think that even just training drivers, they didn't even know to put chains on their trucks. They were jackknifing and sliding and things like that. And I'm like, these should be things that should be now universal, things that we would say it happens in those winter states. It really needs to just be known across every place, because you never know what this weather going to look like. Because
it's not.
I mean, they had 120 accidents like in the first 6 hours of the storm. I'm like, really? I'm like,
and
this is crazy.
People get out here and they drive fast. They show this stuff on the news, and I said, "How can you just get in the car and drive that speed?
Yeah.
Don't you know you are about to slide?"
especially on ice. On ice.
Yeah, I was even watching the news. People trying to kind of go through and show where the different areas that had ice. They were going fast. I'm like, slow it down. I mean, you driving too fast. But but just think about it. We traveling, and a lot of people plan they travel to places where it is cold or from places where it is cold, and us we were leaving. We thought we were leaving the warmth and going to a place with snow. Let alone we find out we're in the snow getting ready to go to a place with snow.
Like, do we really need to go?
Do we really need to go?
We don't have snow here. We've got ice here. I want snow, and I want to be able to like make a little snowball or something. I don't want to have to make an ice
powder.
Yes,
nice powdery
I want
snow.
I want some powdery snow. We've got ice here, and so a lot of people don't know how to handle it. But if you are traveling in an area, you really need to check out the weather from not only where. And I mean, one thing that we need to look at is where we're going to. We're going to somewhere, and they know how to handle it there. But let's still see what it's going to be looking like when we head out on Saturday.
How y'all pack? How do you pack? How do you pack for the winter? I feel like I ain't gonna say I'm a pro because I've been out there before, but you want to make sure you got some really warm gloves, not
clothing,
those and not those cute little gloves that that you get with the set with the hat and the scarf. You need some real gloves because that's your main thing. You don't want your feet cold and you don't want your hands cold and your head your head cannot get wet because snow is water.
But we're also budget travelers. We're budget travelers, so we're flying Frontier, which means that we have a cheap flight. We have a cheap ticket, but we can only carry we can only carry a little small amount.
You don't limit yourself. Evette, how you packing? Because Evette know how to pack.
I go to ski resorts every year, so I don't try to do a carry-on with that because I have heavy clothing, snow pants, snow jackets, hats, gloves, the real stuff, and that stuff is thick. So it's like you have to I feel more comfortable doing, checking a bag. That's just me. Because I know my stuff is thick because I know that I want to be warm. I want some thick clothing, when I get there. I don't want the clothing that I'm wearing around here in Dallas.
And me, I'm probably gonna wear all my clothes on the plane.
That's what I'm doing too. So I called Tina earlier today. I'm like, okay, so what is the plan? What are we doing? And I'm a cheapskate. I'm frugal. So what I'll be doing is I'll be like Tina. In fact, you all might see me wear my snow suit on the plane.
Hey. If 2:00 in the afternoon, it's 20 below 20 degrees. You might as well just go ahead and put on your ski suit, put on your leggings, put on your boots, just be ready.
But Saturday is supposed to be warmer, so but again, as long as they have the air conditioning on,
warmer here or warmer there?
Warmer here.
Warmer here.
All I need to do is just wear my suit on the plane, get on the plane in it, and I'll take it off and go from there.
That's gonna be. I don't know.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a little.
I don't know. I saw a girl. I guess she was flying Spirit one time, and I saw her with 3 pair of leggings. She put on some snow pants, and that girl looked like she was about to pass out. She had on a scarf, her hat. She had on a big old winter coat. I was like, this girl gonna pass out. But she said, she had a one little backpack, and she went on there because you think about you going skiing, you're gonna have a coat on most of the time. So do you really need to have any clothes that's not warm? Maybe a turtleneck and undergarment. But I don't know. We'll see how that go. I guess I'll see how we make it out there. But I'm excited about it.
We're gonna have to post some pictures of us because Evette may have a bag. I might be in full gear, like I'm going to ski, and then Tina, you somewhere in between.
Yeah, I'll be in between. Yeah, because I'm like, shoot. Like I say, we talk about recycle wear. I'll have on some recycle wear. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you almost gonna wear those same clothes every day.
Every day.
That was our plan.
Every day.
All we need is clean underwear. That may be TMI, but that's all we need, and we'll go from there. Yeah,
at a certain age, you don't even wear underwear, so it don't even really matter.
Don't go into here.
Give me some couple of pair of leggings.
So So you all know, I don't know. We want to let the audience know. Every year seems like when we get ready to go somewhere, this same week for the past 3-4 years, we always have this problem. I don't know if we need to stop planning trips or something.
But I don't know. But last year I think we were in Minnesota, so we were in Minnesota, and it was freezing in Minnesota. And I mean, we were out touring and taking pictures and jumping in and out of our vehicle. We were being chauffeured around town. I was just laughing, thinking, oh my gosh, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're jumping in and out. We got all this gear on. We freezing. But you know what? We made it work.
We did make it work.
Yeah, but you know what? On last year, when we got back, when we flew back to Dallas, guess what? It was snowing.
It was a storm.
And I remember, and you tell the viewers, the listeners, about your hack that you did to actually be able to go on your next trip.
Because you were trip hopping that day.
Like I knew when we flew back to Dallas, I was leaving to go on the trip like the next day, and it was going to start snowing and ice just like it's doing today. And so I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to leave because we were going to Hawaii. Now I was like, I am not missing my Hawaii trip. I got to get out of this snow and go to the beautiful sun and beach. So we changed those tickets to leave the day before.
Yeah.
So soon as I landed in Dallas, I slept for a few hours and jumped right back on the plane early and flew to Hawaii. And a lot of people got stuck. They could not go anywhere.
Yeah. And you could be in the same state, like to be in Texas. And if you're in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, you're gonna have a whole different experience because sometimes the I want to say the airlines here in Dallas, they quick to cancel and start delaying flights. Whereas I don't hardly hear that in some of the Houston airports and even San Antonio. I don't hear it as much, but here in Dallas, it looks like they must have a weather person on staff at their command center because they definitely just shut things down. But you have to be prepared, I have to say.
Yep. And we even considered that this week because we weren't sure how the weather was going to turn. So if it had been a few days later or a day or so later and had ran until Saturday, we were considering leaving out on Friday just so that we could go ahead and make our trip. So you got to make those other alterations that you can make.
So my thing is, because flights have been canceled yesterday, today, probably even day before yesterday, or what have you, are they going to be trying to get these people out of here? I hope our flight don't get pushed because now they trying to hustle and get these other people who was not able to fly.
That's a great thing to think about.
And I think that's the best reason why we're flying Frontier. Frontier is based in Denver. We're flying to Denver. One thing I'll say, being a business traveler between Denver and Dallas, so those flights, they usually take off because they're going to go to the hub. They're going to go back to the headquarter hub. Yeah. So I think with our confirmed flight, I think I'm going to say, put it out there in the atmosphere that we're going to be fine because we're going home. We're taking the plane back home. Now it's not a matter of how full that flight is going to be and how many, how many people are going to, really be on that plane. Is going to be our big thing.
Oh, well, you just said something. I'm going to log in and check it and see if it's
I bet it's full. And I've flown Frontier to Denver many times, and every time, just like Tina said, it's on time, and we get there and it's not delayed or so I know
and there are more flights, and you'll see that there are more flights because being that it's a connector, a lot of people, regardless of where you're going, unless it's a direct flight, you're going to Denver, then you're going somewhere else. So we're going to Denver. So I think it's a good plus for us this weekend that we're going to Denver on Frontier. Yeah, so
the flights were really a great deal. That's another hack that you can get really good deals from Dallas to Denver on Frontier, and then you're usually going to get there on time.
Yeah, but you run the risk that, because those flights are so cheap, they don't care about the fact that you're your flight, and they will go on about their business and say, gonna refund you that $40, and
But
you know you may be lost.
you had problems when you were leaving out of Denver going somewhere else, but you did get to Denver.
No. You know, I was flying out of Dallas going to San Francisco,
Oh,
and the
okay.
flight
You would go
had
through Denver.
the flight had a layover, but it was like it wasn't in
Yeah.
Denver. If I had a layover going to
Okay.
Denver, I bet
Yeah.
that flight would have made
Okay.
it over to
All
San
right.
Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how it is when you travel. Be flexible, have your insurance,
Yeah.
and be ready to roll.
Like the travel insurance companies are probably making a killing these days, because I just feel like you don't need to be traveling and jumping on these planes and stuff like that without it.
Yes,
because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Trips,
And it's good to be secure.
cancellations.
And it's good to be secure, because I think we have a lot of flight credits just based on the fact that, you know, things change, you know, they, you know, change flights, and, you know, hopefully they're accommodating and we get to use all those credits this year.
One thing that we decide to do as a group is that when we travel together, we all have different coverage. So one of us may get the higher tier coverage because we all stay in one room. It'll cover the whole room, and that way the other two people. So there's always hacks that you can do if you travel as a group to get a deal.
So
that now that you bring that up, that if you are buying an individual policy and you're booking a room under one name, that person should get the higher tier coverage, just like you're saying, and maybe your other party can get the lower coverage, because they don't actually need it. Because if you needed to file a claim for that room, that person that the room name can file the coverage and and get the coverage for it.
And I think we're doing a good deal on this one, because like if we're renting a car, and with us driving in the winter, it's great because one of us have higher coverage on our automobile, so that if things were to happen, it covers accidents, it covers medical, so that'll also kind of coincide with the different types of coverage that as a group traveling we can all have.
So if you're traveling in a group, you need to discuss it with your group members, what type of coverages you have as far as travel insurance, automobile insurance, so that you can make sure that everybody's covered. And then you as a group, you can save money.
That's awesome, ladies.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I can't wait to see y'all on Saturday, and we're gonna be off on the slopes.
I'll see y'all in all y'all ski suits.
Yes, well, you will, because I'm not paying for any. I'm determined. I'm not paying for any. I'm going frugal.
All righty then, ladies. See ya.
Bye. I'm Jeanette,
and I'm Evette,
and I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Let's hit the slopes, ladies.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
All right, did you know I was the Mommy Slam Dunk Champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left, fake 'em out. Mama, go up, up, up.
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
It's time we get back into the family business and become bus drivers. Metro Transit is looking for operators. So get on over to their hiring event on Saturday, February 4th from 9 until noon at the new North Loop Garage in Minneapolis on 8th Avenue. You can apply in person and get interviewed on the spot. And here's the best part. You can test drive one of their 40-foot Metro Transit buses. And don't worry, staff members will be on hand to help you navigate that thing. But you got this. And they've got up to a $5,000 sign-on bonus for you if you get hired. Now, all y'all know we got kinfolk who have been Metro Transit bus drivers. Either your uncle, your cousin, grandpa, somebody. And they always had extra money in their pocket because this job pays well. And they've got good benefits. It's time we get back into the family business and become drivers. So get on over to the Metro Transit Bus Operator Hiring Event on Saturday, February 4th from 9 until noon and apply for one of these positions. You don't need experience and they'll pay for your training. You can't beat that. Just make sure you bring a valid driver's license and bring a friend. The more, the merrier. For more info, just go to metrotransit.org/drive.